in the early days of fusion, when Harwell and Culham were first kind of being set up, they needed a way of getting people to be indoctrinated to this very unique and important area of physics, right, which is plasma physics. So you need that to understand the fusion process, and the plasma is the basic thing that we're trying to control. From day one, they were seeing plasmas behaving in all sorts of interesting ways. And in the early days, they didn't really understand it very well. And over time, we've gotten more and more understanding. But even at the beginning, they had some knowledge about what a plasma was. And so from day one, they needed to get people up to speed with what they did know. So most of the makeup of the universe is a plasma. The ones that we control here on Earth have a very specific character about them. But there's other kinds of plasmas. And so there's a whole universe of different things that we cover, and we find that gives a more rounded education. And if you're going to push the field forward, it's important to have ideas from other places. So many of the people are going to be researchers in plasma physics, but also you have people who are working on the engineering aspects of tokamaks and other fusion concepts. Wanting to kind of at least upskill a bit more knowledge about how a plasma works.
I'm currently in my career looking for things that continue to challenge me. And I was at a conference and they were talking about STEP, and I was absolutely fascinated. So I figured I want to do something related to that, see if that's something I would be interested in. And yeah, that's what brought me to Oxford.
I was doing some research for like some summer enrichment projects or anything that I could get involved in over the summer period. And I found the Culham Physics School, and I thought it was a nice opportunity to just get involved and learn more about fusion, because I'm interested in going into nuclear fusion in the future.
The key thing for me is that at the moment I understand all the software and the codes, but I don't really understand the fundamentals. I don't have a background in this, so for me it's able to take this and put it into my work and actually contextualize everything that I'm doing day to day.
I took a course in applied nuclear physics a while back, and it ended up being just the most interesting course I've ever taken. And that kind of led me towards fusion, and I got very interested in that.
Something I've really realized is that there's such a broad range of people who are doing plasma physics. I think seeing it in the audience, it's really clear that it's not just necessarily fusion-related people that would benefit from this course.
Well, we learn things as we go along in fusion over the years, but some things we try and keep the same, and some things about nature stays the same. That doesn't matter how many times you look at it, it still ends up being true. So there's certain things that were taught from day one that still end up being perfectly true and useful, and maybe we put them on a supercomputer now instead of doing it with pen and paper, but the underlying equations are the same. Many of the great successes in fusion have always been of an international character, and collaborations across the world, across political boundaries. So this is quite typical of fusion generally, is that even when you're studying or even when you're researching, there's always a kind of global camaraderie, and so this is just a reflection of that.